Okay, gonna do something a little bit newer today. Not really new, but I got a huge stack of CDs in over the course of the last several weeks that I've been meaning to fully listen to, dive, and like really talk extensively about them in collection update videos. But however, I just have not had the time lately. I've been listening to like one or two album a day at that. Just with work and traveling and other stuff going on, life has been pretty busy right now. My kids are starting school next week, so shit's just hitting the fan right now. We're going back into the normal day to day of our lives. So, unfortunately, my listening has not been nearly as much as what I would like it to be over these last several weeks. So, I figured what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off a bunch of the CDs I bought today, kind of briefly talk about them a little bit, but still need to do several full listens of these. But obviously, these are all things that I really enjoyed because I bought them. And some of these are just no brainers, like absolutely you know what they are already, so I don't need to talk about them. But for the most part, definitely worthy of checking out. And just do like, a CD collection update. A lot of people on YouTube do a collection update and they just say, like, oh yeah, this is what I just bought, but I still need to listen to it. I'm just showing it to you anyway. Kind of doing the same thing, even though I've already heard every single one of these at least once or twice already, and that's the reason why I bought them. But I just needed a couple of refreshers on some of these to like fully do like in-depth, like this is what it sounds like, this is for fans of, and stuff like that. So just doing a standard collection update of here's a bunch of shit I bought recently that I just need more time to listen to, that's in my listening queue. I've been admittedly prioritizing my vinyl lately because I've just been excited that I'm collecting vinyl again. And unfortunately, my CDs have kind of fallen to the wayside, but I have a stack here that just needs some love. So that is my ultimate goal next week, is to just listen to more CDs. And I've been buying a lot of CDs lately because they're fun to collect again. So the first one is, this actually needs absolutely no introduction. Everybody knows what this is, right? The Oppressor reissue that has just come out. This is technical death metal out of Chicago, early 90s, legendary band. They don't have a full extensive discography. They've only got 3 full-length albums and then a couple of demos. This is Solstice of Oppression, their first full-length. It is a comp that was put out by Hammerheart Records. It also has their World Abomination demo from 1991 and also their demo from 1993, As Blood Flows. So this is a reissue that's been circulating around in the VC, in the social media space. Everybody's really pumped that this finally got a reissue treatment. I went with the CD route. It's really, really nice reissue. Folds out like that. And sounds great. This is something I've always wanted to own in my collection. It's one of those old school death metal, technical death metal relics that should be in your collection if you're a fan of this stuff. And so, yeah, there's also a vinyl version. Several distros and other people have gotten that in stock. And every time I've gone to go buy it, it's been sold out. So I gave up and I just got the CD. I said, forget it. I'm just getting the CD. That's good enough for now. So awesome stuff. So this is out there. Like I said, it's on Hammerheart Records, but every single like US distro you could ever imagine has gotten this on their store. Because why not? It's a relic. The next thing that I have is, what is this? Death Symbolic. You're probably like, what the fuck, Melanie? You didn't already own that on CD? I did not. I have every one of their albums on CD, vinyl, and tape. Don't have, well, not on tape. I don't have this on tape. This is a gem that I would love to have on tape. Never owned this on CD. For whatever reason, it was hard to find and was selling for like hundreds of dollars on Discogs for a while. They're similar to their vinyl record because it doesn't get reissued like ever. I think and this ended up being the last reissue that they did on CD. It was a 2017 Euro reissue from Roadrunner Records. I randomly stumbled upon this on eBay. A private seller had it up for sale for $15. It was sealed, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to snag that because I haven't ever seen a copy of this that has been able for me to buy, not even use. Like, I've gone to stores to look for it. And then now I'm seeing it popping up places. So I don't know if like they actually quietly reissued this or what's going on, but this is the 2017 reissue of it. This is classic, in my opinion, one of my favorite death records. I still listen to it all the time. Some of, in my opinion, because a lot of people disagree with me on this, some of Chuck's best writing. So I snagged this, and I realized the CD is in my CD player because I was listening to that this morning. I really love this album. Just Death is my favorite death metal band. Death is my favorite death metal band. And probably just metal band as a whole, with the exception of possibly Iron Maiden. Or, yeah, Iron Maiden is probably my favorite metal band. I mean, that's whose isn't. Iron Maiden has their favorite band. Anyway, good stuff. Like, yeah, so I snagged it. I'm a collector scum when it comes to my favorite bands. I like to have every format of every whatever. Cannibal Corpse is another one. So, picked that up. Alright, so the next thing is I put in a fairly large order at Iron Fortress once again. Did I get this through Iron Fortress? I can't remember. I don't remember. Anyway, of all these Transcending Obscurity CDs, Transcending Obscurity, just iconic, awesome underground death metal, black metal, extreme metal label out in India, makes some of the best quality pressings you will ever buy and find some of the best underground bands you'll ever find. Like, and so many of them have gone on and moved on to other labels and gotten success, and some of these I feel like are going to happen for that. Vorga is one of my favorite releases to come out this year, and there's a couple of releases in here that also are really good from this year and then as last year. So I finally just, Iron Fortress got them in stock. They weren't in stock at Indie Merch, so I went and picked them up and I grabbed them all. So the first one this is a release from last year, Dead and Dripping. What is this called again? Blackened Cerebral Riffs. So I'm familiar with this band because they also put out, I believe it was a, what was it? Was it a full length on Frozen Screams? I'm trying to find it now. Yes, it was a full length. Their second full length was put out on Frozen Screams imprint on tape a couple of years ago, back in 2021, called Miasmic Eulogies Predicating an Eternal Nocturne. What the fuck? What an album name. Was a fan of that. I'm pretty sure I showed off the tape. I should have pulled it off my shelf and I completely forgot. But anyway, this is their newest full length album that came out last year. This is brutal death metal out of New Jersey. Of the highest. I think some of the best brutal death metal, modern brutal death metal out there. So Transcending Obscurity presses amazing CDs, as you've saw in several other videos that I've done. It is this big digipack with several panels, all of this amazing artwork by Jason Barnett, who also did some Tomb Mold artwork back in the day. I think Planetary Clairvoyance was the one that he did. But it's got the spot gloss treatment everywhere with like the embossing and just a really, really nice quality CD. God, I love that artwork. So this album is really good. Unfortunately, this escaped me last year. I probably would have had this in my year-end list pretty high up there as well. Like this scratches every itch when it comes to my brutal death metal that I really, really enjoy. And there's a sophistication to this that you don't get from that dummy brutal death metal that people tend to associate brutal death metal with. It's definitely not that. And it comes with a special card, as always. This was limited to 500. I got 420. I just realized that I got 420. That's fucking funny. And then a really cool sticker of the album art. So Transcending Obscurity, just amazing label. They press just such good quality products. Their tapes are awesome too, and their vinyl are just top notch. But man, sometimes their vinyl are expensive and just hard to find, and this is one of them that just sold out super fast. So I went with the CD on this one. So I got that one. Here's a new release that came out this year. I had planned on doing the review on it in Heavy Metallurgy, and I just could not get the time to do it and to really sit down and listen to it and really digest it. I ended up going with I don't remember who I did in place of it. Might have been Hyperdontia, because Hyperdontia was just easy. Like, I just know that band and know the sound and I'm familiar with it. That is Cutterflesh with Love at First Bite. I just got that. I don't know why. That took me forever to realize that was what this was called. That's pretty funny. This is another brutal death metal band. They're out of Czechia. I say that wrong. I know I did, as I do for a lot of things. This is their 6th full-length album. I'm familiar with their last album, Sharing is Caring. Okay, they have some pretty funny album titles. I just realized that. Pretty big fan of this band. Pretty technical, brutal death metal, if you ask me. It can be a little bit noodly. Can really take a minute to really digest what you're listening to, and this album is really good. Probably going to be on my year-end list. I've been listening to it a couple of times now. So similar to the last one that I just showed you, awesome panel digipack, done in really nice quality, has the spot glossing everywhere across the board. Just awesome artwork that you get spanned across through this, and I forgot to write down who wrote this artwork, so let me just find it. Oh, it's Par Olofsson. He's done a lot of other art too in the scene. And again, of course, this comes with the card. I got number 63 out of 500. And then, as always, the sticker of the album cover. This also came with a slew of digital downloads of other Transcending Obscurity releases. I have like 20 of them sitting right there. I am choosing to save them for my Patreon members, who I think I have like 10 or 12 now. So if you would like to see some additional content by me, I talked about this last week, go ahead and sign up for Patreon. The link will be in the description. $1 a month, that's all it is. Nothing else. I'm never going to ask for anything more than that. I actually uploaded a video yesterday for my Patreon subscribers, and I'm going to hopefully do another one by Friday. And yeah, so shameless plug. There you go. So the next record, or the next CD that I also got from Iron Fortress, and I think these are all still available on his site. I don't remember if I cleaned them out or not. And this is Resin Tomb. So I was not familiar with this band at all. This was actually a blind buy. I bought it strictly off of the premise of Rock Ape Records. If you're familiar with Rock Ape Records, go sub to their channel. Mick over there runs an awesome YouTube channel that just basically showcases what's in his store. He's out of... I don't know anything about Australia. He's not near Sydney. I think it's like the northeast side of Australia. Is it Townsville? Is that right? I don't remember. He says it in every single video. You'd think I would have it by now. Anyway, the algorithm caught on to me, started showing his stuff in my homepage. I finally was watching it, and I really want to go to that shop now. So hopefully if I ever get to Australia, I will. So anyway, he got this vinyl in stock and talks about how this was a band out of Australia. They're from Brisbane, Queensland. And it's very like sludgy style of death metal, and that they're really good. And I was like, oh, he's got a Transcending Obscurity release. So he's up on, underground death metal. So I bought this strictly just because he showed that in a video that I watched without even hearing it. I just saw that Iron Fortress had it and I threw it in there. What the hell? Excuse me. Hold 1 minute. Fresca. I love grapefruit soda. It's just, I'm an old 90-year-old woman. Anyway, so I bought it and I listened to it the day that I got this. I've literally listened to this twice and I really, really like it. This is not something that I would have even checked out otherwise, other than maybe the album artwork is just awesome. This is called Cerebral Purgatory, as you can see there. This is their first full-length album. They have 2 other EPs. I've never heard of this band. And they were put on the label sampler back in 2022 that Transcending Obscurity sent out digitally, and I just never checked it out. So, again, similar to the other ones, huge panel digipack, amazing artwork with all the spot gloss and embossing across the board. To the other side. So if you're looking for a new death metal band that's got a little bit of a sludgy sound to them, very, very just pummeling, aggressive, heavy as hell, this is a really good release. I actually am a huge fan of this release. It just came out this year and I was not familiar with it. Actually, what month did it come out? Let me see. It was back in January, so this is an early release. This is climbing the ladder here. This is probably the one that I listened to the most out of this stack at the moment. For that reason, I just really wanted to know this band. Australia represent. Limited to 500 again. I got 240, and then always the sticker. So the artist on this is, somebody gave me a shit about this the other day. Like, why are you always looking to see who the artist is? Because I want to fucking support the artist. That's why, motherfucker. Mitchell Nolte. Not too familiar with who that is, but yeah, I'm going to have to go and look more up into his stuff because this is some awesome ass art. Really, really good album. Fuck, man, I'm going to go listen to this when I'm done recording the video. So, check this out. Good modern death metal. Very, very good. Okay, and then finally the last one I got was a release from last year. Phenomenal release, god damn it. I wish I had really given myself the time to listen to it last year. It definitely would have probably been at least in the top 5 of my death metal. And that is Gateway. What is this called? Galgan I can never pronounce. Galgan Dude. Probably saying that way wrong. This is some phenomenal death doom. Just phenomenal. This album is so good. This is by far the best death doom album that came out last year. I wish I had just spent more time with it. I saw so many people raving about it, and I just wish I had really done that, but there's just so much that came out last year. So this is their second full-length album. Their first one did not come out until 2015, so there's a really big lull there in between, and this one is simply phenomenal. The first one I have never heard. I never heard this band until this last year. They are from Belgium. It looks like it is a one-man band, so there you go. And he is not from another band that I recognize. So he goes by, his name is Robin. Phenomenal stuff. Just really, really, really good. I cannot speak more highly of this. So I absolutely will be trying to get this on a vinyl record. It is sold out right now and selling for stupid prices on Discogs in the US. I'm not going to spend more than $50 on this record. I cannot. I'm telling myself I'm not going to do it. I'm fine with the CD for now, but I am hoping someday to come across the vinyl version of this because this is worthy of being on wax. Again, that all the panels, digipacks, spot gloss, that murky death doom imagery that you can expect there. Like, this is just some of the best death doom I've heard in a very, very long time. Oh yeah, so there he is right there. Like, it almost is borderline. It could look like it'd be a black metal album. It is not. But it is very good. I cannot recommend it high enough. So many people I know last year gave me flack for not having it, but it's very caveman death metal death doom, and I really, really enjoy that. So there you go. That's what you can expect. It's just got that primitive doomy sound to it that's just so chef's kiss. So again, limited to 500 copies. I got 381, and then of course the album cover sticker. So Transcending Obscurity, top notch S tier label. Check them out. They just consistently pump out stuff like every week. I feel like there's just 1 or 2 releases that they put out there. So it's a lot, and I don't know how they keep up with all of it, but they do. And they press some of the absolute best physical media that you'll ever buy. Like, I hate digipacks, but I know that they press high quality ones, and I will buy their CDs, no question. And same with their tapes. Their tapes are phenomenal too. So there was that. All right, where are we at here? We are at 18 minutes, and I have 4 more CDs. This is gonna be a long video today, guys. Some people requested longer videos, which is funny because I pretty much max out at like 20 minutes, and that's long enough for me. So another one, Mick over at Rock Ape Records showed this off a while ago, Amniostasis. This is a band that I didn't know who they were when he talked about them. This band was actually at his store as well. And he mentioned that this is a band out of Townsville. That's where it is. That's where they're located. This is a band from his area. This is their first EP that they've ever released, just called Amniostasis. This is technical, brutal death metal, and holy shit is this good. It reminds me a bit of Aborted. Some of the older style of Aborted music definitely has that feeling to it, but it is just aggressive, heavy as fuck music. He showed it off, he talked about it, I went and found their Bandcamp and listened to it and ordered it. So the band is actually, the label, I think, might actually be, no, they're in Australia. So somebody sent this to me from Ohio, and I don't remember who it was, but I ordered it off of Bandcamp and it came from the US. So it must be some sort of a distribution or something. I don't know. I didn't go look into that before I decided to talk about this here. But phenomenal band. If you're looking for a newer style of modern death metal, this is about as modern you're going to get. There's a very technical aspect to it. Awesome guitar shreds. I think it was Ben that might have been in his store that talked about it on the YouTube episode. But yeah, so shout out Rock Ape Records. That is now, you're not 2 for 2 on suggestions of music, and I have enjoyed both of them. So I've gotta someday, if I ever go down to Australia, which who knows if that'll ever happen, I will try to prioritize to get into this store if I'm in the area. Australia is massive, so, and chances are I would probably go to Sydney first. But it is what it is. So yeah, this is awesome. Good stuff. Check this out. Awesome. I wish it was longer, man. It's just only an EP, so hopefully this band gets into the recording booth and does some more stuff, because I'm a huge fan of that. I've sent that to several people. Like, hey, check out this band. This is a band that like literally nobody knows in my circle of friends, and everybody that I've talked to has said they really enjoyed it. So hopefully they bought copies of it too. So hope you enjoy that. And again, as always, links will be in the description where you can find all this stuff. Okay, the next one is fucking hell. This one blew me by surprise too. Again, this is actually, I lied. This is the one that I've listened to the most in this stack. This was circulating on Instagram everywhere, and several of my friends and bands that I follow have been talking about this album and showing it off, and I thought it was goofy and was like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this style of death metal today. I just assumed it was like caveman, knuckle dragging, goofy ass death metal just by the name of the band and the album cover. And what I'm talking about is Trog with Horrors Beyond. You can see why I thought that. However, that is not what this is. This is like very, very good death metal. It is not goofy at all. I mean, maybe some subtle hints of the goofiness is in there. Definitely they have a sense of humor by far. But this is a fucking phenomenal album. Holy cow. This came out of nowhere. Like, was not on my radar. I didn't know anything about it. So thank you, social media, for exposing me to that. So, but yeah, that goofy ass album cover. I love it though. And then, of course, the goofy ass band photo. I showed this off on my social media a couple of weeks ago, and several people have come at me and said, holy cow, that album is so good. As it stands right now, this is by far my favorite death metal release to come out since Slime Lord and Siberys and all of the other really like heavy, dissonant, soul crushing. That's not what this is. This is like just really, really good death metal. Great riffs, amazing vocals, vocal variances all over the place. It's the gutturals, it's the high screams, everything. Like, they just have a lot of variance into their music. It's refreshing, I guess you could say. So a phenomenal album. Just like I said, underground to the max. I'm pretty sure they self-released this. It's not on any label at all. I bought directly from their Bandcamp, and I know that there are some people that requested this internationally. I can't remember who he said had it. It's on my Facebook. They commented on my Facebook post about this one. Fuck, let me go find it now so I can tell the like 10 international people that watch my videos where they can possibly go buy this. Because if you try to buy it on Bandcamp, the shipping is like $60, something ridiculous, which they probably set it that high for a reason. Because international shipping is ridiculous, and they probably are trying to like divert people from buying it. So if you're international, because there's somebody that is destroying it. So he said international. Oh, Iron Fortress. What the fuck? Okay, Iron Fortress has it, and he's doing it internationally. So, but yeah, if you go to buy it on Bandcamp, I think if you live over in the UK, it's like 155 pound shipping or something crazy like that. So my case came effed up and fucked up and cracked as always. So But that's just it. Very simple DIY CD directly from the band. So check out Iron Fortress. I have a feeling this is probably going to be sold out. I don't know. I will link in the description if it's still available, but for the most part, I'll at least link the Bandcamp. Hopefully they'll get some more European distribution or reissued, and or a label will pick this up and reissue it, which desperately needs to happen. I mean, I could easily see this on... I mean, I'm surprised Maggot's not been... or anybody for that matter hasn't picked this up yet. Like, this is a phenomenal album. So not even just Maggot Stomp. That was probably, I say that and people are like, oh, it's a Maggot Stomp band, and they get all shitty. Like, this could just anybody pick this up. Hey, if you're a label person, listen to this and then sign these guys and reissue this, so that way more international people can get access to it, because it's definitely worth it. So I've just gone off on a complete tangent. So there's that one. Okay, longer video. We're at 25 minutes. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze now. Nope. Okay. I actually think that I get this through Iron Fortress. I might have gotten this through Iron Fortress as well. It might have actually been in the same package. I don't remember. I buy from him so frequently, I don't remember. This absolutely needs no introduction. I've talked about Mortuary Ghoul on here in the past. He sent me the last 2 albums that were put out, and well, this is the newest output called Norman. I think you know what this is based off of, what horror movie this is based off of, and it is just so good. Brutal death metal in the vein of Mortician for sure, but done in his own way. And this is another just a phenomenal output. So yes, this is based off of Alfred Hitchcock. Come on, it's a tribute to Alfred Hitchcock. If you don't know this, anyway, this is definitely, like I said, for fans of Mortician, is that in that style. So this is the newest output. This came out relatively recent, actually, July 10th. Yeah, so it hasn't even been a month yet. Out on Dismal Fate Records, and Iron Fortress got it in stock. So I snagged it as soon as I saw it, and it says right here, a man's best friend is his mother. Here's the back. So classic horror movie, and I picked this up. I need to give it a few more listens. I did listen to it at least once or twice when I first got it, and this was a while ago, a couple weeks ago that I got it. Get out of the jewel case, you motherfucker. Sometimes these booklets are hard to get out. Anyway, right there, booklet, got all the imagery here. Pretty cool. Thought that was pretty cool. So good stuff. Just pumping out quality music these last couple of years. Friends with the Dead was the last release I showed, and then the EP Corpse Exhumation. So yeah, check this out. I think Iron Fortress still had copies of these. There's also a tape as well. So Dismal Fate is out of God, I'm blanking now. Italy. I should have known that. Come on. And they can be a little bit pricey to get this stuff in, so it makes me happy when US distros get this stuff in. So check this out. Awesome. I love Mortuary Ghoul. Just fantastic project. And then finally the last one is probably, I saw this and I immediately thought it was either Sequestrum or Sanctuarium, because it had a very similar style of logo, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? Did they release something new? I've never heard of this band, but I saw this being promoted on NWN because they distro Iron Bonehead releases. And so I went and listened to it, and I was like, yep, instant buy. That is Profanation. I think I'm getting sick, guys. Anyway, band is out of France. This is their first ever, I think this is an EP. Is that what it's considered? Yes, an EP. Skull Crushing Violence, and this is death grind, I guess. Death grind is chaotic, it's aggressive, it's in your face, it's phenomenal. And like I said, I'd never heard of this band before. I just saw that album cover and was like, that looks like something I'm going to like, and maybe possibly some more metal. It definitely has a little bit of that influence in there for sure, but for the most part, phenomenal. I don't know anything else about this band. I did notice that one of the members is in Destroyer 666. I didn't really recognize anything else that I'm familiar with. I mean, you guys might go on the Metal Archives and see that they're in several other bands that I'm just not as, similar or like related. Yeah, that I'm familiar with, or that I just know very well and I can't really speak to. But yeah, this is really good. So I picked this off NWN I've had this for a while. It's been a while that I've needed to talk about this. Out on Iron Bonehead Records. Kind of doesn't fit the bill of Iron Bonehead, I guess you could say. Like, for me, for whatever reason, I always associate Iron Bonehead with like really dark, blackened death metal or black metal. Not so much of this really aggressive death grind, like almost war metal sounding assault there. So there's also a vinyl too, but I chose to get the CD. Good stuff. So yeah, they have an instrumental on here called Graveyard Stomp. No Surrender is what it's called. Graveyard Stomp is a song before it. Phenomenal song, by the way. It has, the stereotypical like shorter songs. Graveyard Stomp is one of the shorter songs. It's only a minute and 30 seconds long, and then the instrumental right behind it is only a minute and 22 seconds. The other songs are about 3 to 4 minutes, so it's pretty quick listen. This came out back in December of last year, but I think the CDs just came out this year. So this has been out for a while, but I've never heard of it. I meant to see. That actually just made me think. How did I miss this? Yeah, it's unhinged. It's unhinged death metal, that's for sure. Unhinged is a very good. I'm looking at my notes just now. Unhinged is probably the best way to explain it. So it's just disgusting and pummeling and unhinged. So, and I like that. I'm a big fan of that. So there you go. That is my stack of CDs. A big haul that I've gotten recently. Just all phenomenal releases. Seriously, guys, though. Check out Rock Ape Records if you're in the Australia area, Townsville. I'm not an expert of Australian geography, so I can't tell you that. But he's got a pretty cool little shop there. Lots of awesome stuff. A lot of used vinyls as well. He gets in like new stuff just daily. He does constant unboxing videos and shows off what he's getting new into the shop. I watch it because that's the style of YouTube videos I like to watch, even though I don't shop there, whatever else. It's just kind of cool to see what else he gets in. And again, I got 2 music recommendations from him based off of that. So yeah, there you go. I'll link everything in the description where you can find that. Check out all these things. Again, if you're a label, somebody reach out and get these guys pressed this for international. I'm done. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.